turn.
Oh.
Welcome back to the coffee bar. Charlene Coffee.
Tammy Bardo. Shannon.
That's not even her real name. She just prefers to be anonymous.
Yes.
Do you want us to blur out your face?
Yes, please.
Put one of those stickers in front of you. Okay.
We are not doctors, nurses, prescribe anything,
Nope.
diagnose.
You do.
I do.
You do.
I have licenses, but I'm not a doctor.
And her name's not Shannon. This is just information that we have learned, things we've tried.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we're here to share.
If you try something and it doesn't work and you die, it's not our fault. So, just saying.
Another disclosure, this might get out of hand today. No, I'm just kidding.
All of our blood pressure is like through the roof just from our little pre-chat. So today we are talking about the things that make Shannon mad. Okay, so Shannon is a dear friend of ours, and she is on our Young Living team. And how long have you been doing this?
Well, I was a closet oiler for like a little bit.
Did
but
you
I've
embrace
been,
the oils to begin with?
No.
You were a hater?
No. I wasn't a hater.
Well, tell how you got started.
Okay. So, short version.
I'm drinking.
I worked at a dentist. I used to. I mean, I do now, but I worked at a different one before. And some girl showed up that I never met in my life and sat down, and she smelled really good. And I said, "What's that smell?" And she said, "Stress away." And I was like, "What is that?" And so she whips it out, and she's like, "Oh, it's an essential oil." And I'm like, "Oh, cool, you know." And I had already, like, heard about oils, you know, but I was unsure. I wouldn't say I was skeptical, but I was a little like, yeah. But anyways, so she was like, "Oh, hey, well, if you ever want to, like, you know, get a kit, let me know." And I literally went home and bought one, like, that day. I never even met her. Like, I wish I could find those people. Where are you?
Yeah.
I don't know where those people are.
My enrollment number is
Exactly.
Number 1,
Exactly.
0.
So I enrolled like that night, but I got my kit and it just collected dust for like a year. Mm-hmm. My enroller, who shall not be named,
because her name is not Shannon.
No, offered me like zero support, like through no fault of her own, whatever, life, blah blah blah. I was drowning and didn't know what to do, so I didn't do anything. And then Amanda Wood, who was a stranger to me, asked me to come out to a class at her house and where she lives with like the Children of the Corn, and I was like, sure, why not? I'll go to a stranger's house and never come back. So I brought my sister with me and like learned a bunch of things that made me angry. That's how it started. I got really angry. That's what makes me do anything in life, is that I get mad and then I fix it. So here we are, 3 years later.
Still angry.
Still angry about different things. But
okay.
Yeah.
So, like...
This segment brought to you by...
Oh, yeah. I wasn't allowed to open this.
Yeah.
Well, until now.
And I opened mine. It's Ninja. Oh, I almost didn't say
Ninksha.
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 Or Ninja. Woo! Zing.
I've never had one of these.
What?
This is my very first one.
I don't even understand what you're
Let's
saying right now.
just take a moment.
Yeah. Just a moment of silence.
Do you want it over ice? Would you like?
I don't know.
It's so good.
It's really good.
I had to throw it in the freezer because they were warm.
But if I drink this, I may want it all the time.
What?
What's wrong with that?
This.
Oh, that.
Then I'm going to well.
Oh, dear.
Then I'm going to have to
Stay
hide it
tuned
from
for
my
the next episode where we find out what she wants
all the time.
Okay.
Then I'll have to hide it from my children.
What else is going
Exactly. Exactly.
I'm always hiding Ninksha from my children.
Yeah, Shannon won like this prize pack from me, and I had.
Oh, it's better than.
It is.
Oh, you can say that. It's
if
better
you,
than
no, but that's what you do. If you don't have this, because it does go out of stock, because some people buy like, you know, a million cases. You just mix Ninksha with sparkling water and add the black pepper. Ding.
What about the energy though? Like,
I mean, you have to put a nitro in there if you really want to.
Okay, because I love the energy it gives me.
Well, how many?
So,
this is
35 milligrams of naturally occurring caffeine. How much is in nitro? I have
so
no
that's
idea.
what green tea
should know, but
probably.
I don't know.
Is that what's in it?
Yeah.
So anyway,
So I've had a Mindwise, a Ninja Red, a Nitro, and now a Zing.
and a
She's
piece
gonna
of
fly away. She's gonna
and
fly
a
right out
piece
that
of
window.
pie.
I saw that.
And coffee.
And eggs and bacon.
We just
passionate. They're playing ball.
Oh.
She's very passionate about people, and we've talked many times about like how we just don't understand why people don't change their lifestyle. Like they choose poisons, they choose to be sick, they choose to do all that to their children as well.
They choose to be forced to deal with the sickness and not fix it before that.
And it's not from the lack of knowledge, because it's out there, and we try to help people. We try to teach them, and you like that, huh? Yeah.
That's so good.
We started talking this morning, and Shannon talked about this children's book that she has, and she was reading to her kids. And I think this is a great.
Here we go.
Yeah, a great intro.
Welcome to the jungle. There's George on the porch throwing your pumpkins. Here we go.
All right.
Anyways.
So
Okay, so I was reading this book to my kids. It's from 2005. I don't even know where it came from. I've never read it to my kids before. And it says Gracie in the back. I don't know who she is, but this is our book. So I was reading it to my kids, and I got to this one page. I'll just read you like a short little passage. So it says, look at the kitchen. It's so big. It has a table you can color on and lots of drawers to take stuff out of and play with. But you can't touch anything under the sink. You could get very sick. And then it just moves on to the rest of the story. And so I read that out loud, and my 7-year-old said, there's nothing under our sink that'll make us sick. And I was like, you're bleeping right. I'm trying not to swear. I was like, you're right, and I didn't realize like what a profound statement that was coming from his mouth until like later they went to bed, and I was thinking about it, and I realized that my kids, they'll never know a life where there's a Mr. Yuck sticker on something under the sink. They'll never have that in the house they live in now. They won't carry that with them when they become adults and have kids of their own. And I just think that it's such a cool thing to be part of an actual, like a revolution, like we're changing the future of our children's generation. It really is. It is. And I'm proud to be a part of it, and I think it's awesome that my kids are on board, and they say things at the grocery store like, like we'll be going down like the laundry air freshener aisle, and it smells like trash, and they'll be like, why are those people buying those things? And Kenny's like me. Kenny will just like no filter. He'd be like, put that back on the shelf, and I'm proud of it. I'm very proud of it. But yeah, so that was my moment.
Yeah, so what's under your sink?
Baking soda, Thieves all-purpose cleaner, Thieves dish soap, some mason jars, because if you're a DIYer, you have to have baking soda and mason jars.
Right.
I have some white vinegar under there, some like scrubby scouring pads, and that's like pretty much it. And a kombucha SCOBY. It's gross. Every time my husband opens it, he's like, get this alien out of here.
Yeah.
Whatever.
My last one had to be put to rest. It was gross.
I have one dying in my pantry right now. It's fine.
Yeah.
Everything's fine.
So, let me see. Do you have anything to add to that? Okay.
I don't have a SCOBY. I need to.
What about your kitchen sink? Tell us
that.
about your kitchen
Well,
sink.
I am not a type A personality at all. So I am not an organized person. So there is a lot of miscellaneous things just jammed underneath my kitchen sink. But cleaning products are Thieves and a big bag of baking soda and white vinegar.
Very good. Just Thieves under mine. Pretty
No
much.
mason jars.
No, I have too many.
They're in the barn.
They wouldn't fit. They're all in the pantry. So let's talk about what else makes you mad, because
How much time do we have?
how long are we keeping this? 20 minutes? Okay. So what do you do when you reach out to, or somebody reaches out to you, and then you offer them information, and they're like, oh, okay.
Well, it depends. Here's the thing. Here's what I'll tell you. So let's just talk about Thieves Cleaner, because it's simple and whatever. So there's a million reasons to use it. Okay, so it smells like Christmas. It kills all the things. I've shared so many videos and articles and like clinical studies on PubMed that show that it just kills the stuff. It just does. Like the clean tray swabs with the chicken. I mean, like it's all there, and it's not killing you. So hello. And also it's cheap. It's literally dirt cheap. Like you don't have to pay extra money to get an organic, plant-based cleaner or whatever. What is it?
Or
$20 or something
22.
that you.
Oh, I got what you were saying. I thought you meant how much it costs, but.
Oh, it's $22, but
And you don't have to buy a toilet bowl cleaner and a window
Right.
cleaner and a sink cleaner
Right.
and a tub cleaner.
right.
Because it does it all.
Right. I think that's my favorite part, honestly, because I'm lazy. Like, I just don't want to deal with it. Like, I just know that I have one, and I can give it to my kids and make them clean, too, because slave labor, I mean, why else would you have children? Hello.
Right?
Hello.
Find the remote.
But I don't have to worry about it,
I
you know?
can't find the remote
Right.
for the TV. Whoever finds it gets $1.
There you go. There you go.
Who can find it the fastest?
There we go. There we go.
I bet you.
Anyway, so I don't know. If my kid swallows it, it says right on the back of it, if you ingest it, you just drink a glass of water. So, I mean, I personally just don't understand, like, the block that is in people's brains. They're like, oh, something that's safe for my kids, super cheap, and works. No, I don't want that. I'd rather have, like, bright blue dish soap that my kid's going to die if they drink it, or, Drano, or whatever. I mean, whatever you're using, it's all trash. And if it can hurt your kids, why would you even want to have it in your house? Like, if you need a lock on your cupboard door, I mean, maybe you need to reassess the situation. But what makes me rage is I tell people these things. I'm just like, oh, hey, friend, that's trash. And I realize my delivery is like, I struggle.
No!
I struggle. Like, sometimes I have a hard time being like, hey, because I'm just a very, like...
Hey, sis!
That's just not me. Like, it's just not me. But I feel like most of my friends know that.
Effing stuff down.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it goes. I've actually, like, said that on
I think he's...
numerous occasions. And so I think maybe they're disconnecting because of the I'm not warm and fuzzy, okay? But I just want to tell people these things because I care about my kids, I care about their kids. Even if they're a turd, I still like their kids, I mean, it's not the kids' fault. So, it's hard when you care about someone, your friends, your family, even people you don't know, you just, care about humans. And they just go, you know what, that's not for me. And it's just, like,
mind-boggling.
I don't get it. I just
Right.
don't get it. So if you're watching and you're one of those people, could you please just let us know what planet you're from?
Yes.
Because we don't get it.
Comment below.
Or why?
Yeah.
Like, what?
I mean, you may have a legitimate reason.
Yeah, like we just
why.
want to know.
Yeah.
We don't
Yeah.
get it. So just
It would
help
help us
Please help us.
with our deliverance.
Please help us.
Maybe it's just the way we come across.
Oh Lord.
So,
Well, and I think I'm doing something wrong if I, like, tell somebody something and they're not, they're not, like, on board. Like, okay, yeah, let's do this. Like, I think I did something wrong.
Or even
So-
worse, they're offended. They're
Right.
like mad at you, or they're offended that you tried to educate them or help them. My personal favorite is, well, you just want me to buy it because you want to make money off of me.
we don't need your money.
F off, because that's the furthest thing from the truth, okay? Literally the furthest thing from the truth. I don't care about my quarter commission that I'm going to make off of your bottle of Thieves Cleaner. Don't care. I literally don't care. And why don't you care that Target's making millions off of your pediatric cancer and your asthma and your eczema? Why doesn't anybody care about that? You're worried about me and my quarter? Like, I can't. I can't.
It's gonna be good.
Right?
We did tell you last week.
Yeah.
I just get so mad. I just don't understand it. And you know what? If you're my friend, why don't you want to support me?
Right.
Like, I have friends who make jewelry, who clean cars, who make shirts, whatever. I have so many friends who have a farm, who sell pumpkins and have eggs and whatever.
And that's
Like-
all fine until
Right.
pyramid scheme.
Right. Oh. You know what's a pyramid scheme? Target. Target's pyramid scheme. Okay? All the little people in their red shirts are at the bottom, and then there's like Mr. Target CEO. Nobody's ever going to make as money as he is. I mean, it's legit a pyramid. Like, peasant workers, assistant managers, big rich guy collecting all of your money. I mean, like, hello,
And
you all work at a pyramid scheme.
And he gets to retire when he's 45.
Yes,
And
with his private jet.
and you all, yeah,
I
you
like
just serve.
I
You just
like
serve that. So, anyways,
That's what you should be mad about, not me.
Right?
right, right,
Redirect your anger.
right. So, have you ever just wanted to say, you know what? Screw it, I'm not doing it anymore.
Just a few hours ago, as a matter of fact. Like, I want to quit almost daily. Like, almost daily. Because I have conversations with people all the time who they don't care. They ignore me, or they just say no, or they think I'm crazy, I'm a witch doctor. I mean, I can't even...
Yeah.
Numerous
Oil.
insults.
Yeah.
Right. They send me articles making fun of it or whatever, and they just... Or my favorite... I have one friend who loves bleach. She just loves bleach. And she'll just, like, send me a picture of it. Like, she's cleaning with it, and she just lets me know that she's using it. And I'm just like... She's not your friend. She's not her own friend. She doesn't even care about herself.
Right.
Does she have pets? Does she have
Yeah.
children?
Yeah, both.
Murder.
Both. So every time I get messages like that, I just want to quit. I'd be like, F it. Fine. I'm just going to, like, do what I need to do for my kids because that's all I can do. And if you want to be an idiot, go ahead. But then I'll get a message that's like, oh, my goodness, thanks so much for blah, blah, blah. You fixed this or this fixed that or I did this or I did that. And so then I go, okay.
I won't quit.
Right. Yeah. It's like those little wins with your kids. It's
Yes.
like, okay.
Yes.
Gotta go one more
You
day.
just keep going. You just keep on trucking even when it sucks.
Yep.
Because at the end of the day, if you just help one person figure their shit out,
We have-
figure their stuff out.
We have to explain it for that.
I'll just wash that mouth right out. Sorry, I'm a potty mouth
It's
on my own
okay.
page.
She's done good. I mean, we're already 16 minutes into it. She's only said one.
See? It's not bad. It's not bad.
I told her she could swear. It's okay. I wouldn't have her any other way. So let's talk about, like, so what is your approach to, like, the whole beginning of school thing and where you're supposed to send in your hand sanitizer, your Clorox wipes, your bank account, like, for everything. Like,
Yeah, I'm curious because I struggled with that this year.
So,
Do you make your own or do
yes.
you just not send?
No, I make your own, or you can just bring in a bottle of thieves cleaner with, like, a roll of paper towels.
And are teachers receptive to that?
Some
or
of
do you
them.
think they throw it away and use their Clorox wipes?
Well,
they probably take it home and use it for their own
Correct.
family.
so last year I'm pretty sure the teacher didn't use it, which whatever, I don't care.
Right.
This year, my son told me the other day that his teacher asked the other day, if you came to school wearing oils today, raise your hand.
In a good way?
She uses oils. No,
Oh,
she uses
okay,
oils.
okay.
And I kind of thought so because she doesn't wear, like, a lot of makeup. She's, like, very, like, you can tell she's, like, earth conscious, like, her clothing choices, her shoes, like, whatever. No! But, like, she just looks like she might be crunchy. And when I first met her, I was like, oh, I think this is going to work. And then there's another girl in his class who's on my team. So Kenny and this other girl were both like,
Yeah.
me, and like the gifts I give to the teacher are like, a stress away roll on, or like, sorry, you have to deal with my kid, here, this will help, that kind of thing. But anyways, so I sent in the thing, and they have hand sanitizer that they use. He's not allowed to use the one at school. I will say though, their soaps are like unscented and no dyes. Like, they try to be conscious of people with allergies and stuff like that.
Because people have allergies. And why do they have allergies?
Because of trash.
You ate it all. Agreed.
Anyways, so I mean, I just give them whatever, and if they don't like it, I don't really care. So, because Kenny knows, and he already avoids, like, a lot of
Especially
the
if
things.
he's yelling at people at the grocery store. He's not
psychotic.
afraid
He's my favorite.
to tell him what's up at school.
Yeah, he's just
Yeah.
like his mother.
So-
Unless I'm gonna curse.
So what, like, if you could say one thing, like,
Right?
to people, like, about where your heart is, what would that be?
Where my heart is?
Yeah, like why are
The
you
kids.
so
Oh, it's the
passionate?
kids. It's 100% the kids, because they don't have a choice. They don't have a choice. It's your job to take care of them and protect them from things right now and things that are going to happen to them in the future because of the choices that you're making right now. And if you think that the choices that you make don't matter, you're mistaken.
Yeah.
And I just think that people are totally closed off to what is going on, and that they don't know the difference between common and normal anymore. Everyone's like, oh yeah, well, I got my asthma, my allergies, I got my eczema, everybody, like, these normal things, and
And because of my inhaler and steroids, I
Right.
now have childhood diabetes.
Correct. Correct, and that's normal. That's like normal now. They think that like, you know, oh well, everybody's got it. Well, that doesn't mean that it's normal. You know, like if you
or
have
just because everybody's doing this doesn't mean it's right.
right. If everybody jumped off a bridge, would you do it too? I mean, no. It goes back to
this below.
well, that's true. If it's the water, I might. I might. But it's just for the kids for me, honestly. I feel like it's so important for us to just stop doing a shitty job and just show up because it's your job to know what you're doing and to take responsibility for it. And if you think that the FDA is watching out for you, no. You know, or that, you know, the EPA or the CDC or whoever, like, just follow the money. They don't give a rip.
Yeah.
They literally just don't give a rip about you.
Yep. They don't.
Sad.
Yeah. So let's see what else. We were talking about being a people pleaser.
Oh.
And
What's that like? Tell me about it.
It's the greatest joy. I just said sometimes
Are you a 2 on the Enneagram?
have you ever done that?
no.
Well, you are.
She and I are the
You
same.
don't even need to take the test. You're a 2.
Me
Okay.
too.
So a 2 here.
With 2 8s. Are you a 5 or
I'm an 8.
8? What else?
Oh, well, I'm an 8-wing 7.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And what are you?
I'm an 8, but I think I'm like a 3 or something mixed in there.
Well, no, that's not a thing. I mean, when you take the test, they give you your highest scores.
Right.
So like, you take those 2 or 3 that are the highest, and then you look into it, and then you pick the one that you identify with the most.
Okay.
And then your wing has to be adjacent to that number.
Okay.
So your main personality is like I'm an 8, but like that 7 swoops in there, and that's what makes me like fun sometimes. I am fun sometimes.
She is always Look how much I
And,
laugh.
yeah, like it's the other pieces of my personality. Like the 9 is a peacemaker. That is not a word I would use to describe myself. So that is not my wing.
What are you looking at me for?
Oh, I got a twitch.
How can I be a 2 and a 9?
Well, you're not. A 2 is the helper. A 2 is someone who's always looking out for everyone else, puts themselves last, constantly worried about how everyone else feels. Is everybody else okay? And I'm just like, no. This is what we're doing. If you don't like it, get out.
Yeah. Okay.
That's the difference between a 2 and an 8.
We'll put the link to so you
Take
can
the test.
take
It's
the
fun.
test.
Yeah, I'll have
Oh,
to take
what's
the
your
test.
color personality? Yellow?
Yes.
Uh-huh. It is.
I don't remember. I took it a long
It
time
is.
ago.
You're
It is.
yellow.
You're yellow.
I'm not green.
Red. Red.
Mhm.
With a side of green.
I'm-
Which means...
I'm sunny. Yellow.
Oh,
Make
yes.
sure
Do you want to know what
everyone's-
my yellow percentage was?
Like 0.
Negative.
It was like 6. They're like, there's so little yellow, we can't even see it. I was like 50-something red, 30-something green, a little bit of blue, that's what makes me dance on the dance floor, and then
I thought that was
almost no
alcohol.
yellow. Also that. Also that.
Now I'm going to have to go take all these tests
Yes.
again. 'cause
Okay,
I
so
wanna-
we'll put all the
Yeah,
links
you
below.
go take the test too.
And then comment with what your color is and what
What
your
your number
numbers
is.
Yes,
are.
we need to know.
But sometimes I struggle with this business because I want everyone to be on board and everybody to be happy with it and everybody to choose it, and they don't always do that. And so then I feel like second guess myself, and I shouldn't.
You want to know a fun fact?
Yes.
Do you want to know the highest color percentage of diamonds and above in Young Living?
Yes.
Yellow.
Yay!
It's true. The servant hearts.
Yep.
The servant hearts get there. They don't get there the fastest, but they get there most
I'm
often.
okay with that.
Yep.
It's a true story.
Yep.
Made me mad when I found that out. Damn it, how can I be a yellow? I can't.
I'm gonna try to be
I was
nice,
trying
okay?
so hard and I just can't.
Yeah.
Right, George?
All right. Well, I think that'll be it for today.
Yes.
And thank you for joining us.
Yes, thank
for
you
the
for
laughs,
having me.
And we're definitely gonna have her back
We
because
will.
this was a blast.
Yes.
So.
As
very
long
good.
as there's zing.
Yeah, I'll bring it.
All right, I'm coming.
And try
You want to
this.
come back?
If you haven't tried this,
Yeah.
take the test, try the thing.
All right.
We'll see.
Peace out.
Bye.